guys, it's been a little while since I filmed a hair tutorial, but I am gonna get ready to go to the store, and I have a little bit of makeup on, and I just wanted to show like how I'm gonna try to do my hair in like a 5-minute style that will look trendy and cute. So I took out my extensions yesterday, and if you remember, in I think it was my last hair video, I had kind of filled in this hole with about 5 bonded extensions on each side. So I took them out, I went to bed. Yeah, my hair was wet last night, I didn't do anything to it. But I did put some highlights in yesterday, so it's freshly colored. Chunky highlights are coming back. As you can see, the 90s are all around us. Superstars, definitely in men's haircuts, makeup, clothes, like the 90s are back. So why not chunky highlights? I was watching Friends the other day, and Rachel Green, this is pretty much exactly what her hair looks like. She's got the dark, and her highlights go all the way to the back. That's something that has been kind of out of style for a little bit for the past couple of years. We've been focusing so many highlights, very natural, blended around the hairline, more so in the bang area. But now it's like that money piece is really coming back. You'll notice when people are putting their hair up, they're pulling down like little pieces like this, like we used to do in like 2000. So that's coming back, and the highlights are making their way back through the crown again. So of course, you know, I have to be ahead of the curve. So I brought my highlights all the way back to the back of my crown, which has not been in style. But anyways, so yeah, I took my extensions out, and I really struggle with this part of my hair getting longer. So I'm going to try to incorporate a style where this fits, because this continues to grow, and I actually trimmed it. But this will continue to grow and grow and grow, and this part really doesn't. And then of course, I went in and put in, you know, some highlights, so this part is a little more dry. But I think a lot of people struggle with this, this area of their head not growing thick, long hair. I also had a baby almost 11 months ago, tomorrow, yeah. And so I have some postpartum hair coming back in, so I have a little bit right there, and I have a little bit down here. But anyways, around the front can get thinner during those times, so it makes it even more fragile. But anyways, I want to leave my hair down, kind of. I don't know why I'm trying to do this, because my son's going to pull on it, but wishful thinking. So I'm going to use the Deep Waver. Now this is Bedhead TG, and it's called the Wave Artist. Honestly, I got this at Target. It was less than $30, and you can see it's just got a really deep wave. So it's a little different texture than like a curling iron. And I did pull out my 1-inch curling iron because maybe in the front I might curl. Because I have bangs, it's hard to incorporate the waver on a bang unless I leave the bang out and do it. So we'll see how that goes. It's so funny to see these like chunky highlights, because they really have not been a thing for a while. And I'm only going to use one product. I'm trying a new shampoo. I'm loving it. I've only washed my hair maybe 3 or 4 times. It's called the Volume by Colorproof. It's in a red bottle. I will link it below. I absolutely love it. I always use Pureology. I'm still using the Pureology conditioner because I don't think there's anything like it, the Hydrate conditioner, and especially for any color treated or blonde, it's a must. But I wanted to try a new shampoo, so the Colorproof Volume is working for me, and the only product I'm going to use is Quick Tease, number 15 by Redken, and I'm just going to do it up through here for some texture, because like my hair is pretty clean. I guess I need a clip. Hold on. So I'm going to try to keep my hair as simple as possible. And this is something I want this look to be like 5 minutes, because that's really all the time that we have these days. So I'm gonna just take this bottom section, split it into two. Now, my hair is generally on the straighter side. Like this is, I told you, I went to bed with it decently wet, probably about 50% wet. And this is what it looks like. So I have a little bit of curl pattern right here, and it's a little frizzy, but the rest of my hair is pretty much straight. This is not straight with a flat iron. So if you're doing this, but you have frizzy ends or any wave or curl to your ends, I would take a flat iron on a low temperature and I would hit the last 2 inches and I would just make this straight. But since my hair's already straight, I'm not gonna do that. So I've turned this on. I have it on pretty high. You wanna turn it on in the locked position so that both plates get hot. If you turn it on in the unlocked position, I'm not sure that both plates will get hot, although I could be wrong. I just try to leave it locked when I turn it on. So then you'll open it, and that's how it's gonna look. And then I always try to get the bubble out next to my head, okay? And the reason for that is because if you do it this way, right, and you're feeding your hair in right here, then you're gonna have like a kink right at the root, and it's gonna look awkward. So I'm gonna do it this way. And I don't want this to be like super, super wavy or crazy. I just want it to be like a loose crimp. So I'm gonna hold my hair all the way out to here, and I'm gonna try to get as close to my scalp as I can without burning myself. And I'm gonna just hold it for like 5 seconds, and then I'm going to go down and hold it for like 5 seconds. And I'm leaving a decent amount on the ends out. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So let me do this side. Now, I don't have any product in my hair, do I? Oh, I lied. Because I'm like, wait, did I not use a heat protectant? I always use a heat protectant. I forgot. When I washed it yesterday, I squeezed a little bit of this on the ends. This is the color-proof, heat-proof, anti-frizz blow-dry cream. And I did about a pea size, very small amount, kind of did this and pulled it through my ends. I don't get it too close to my scalp because I have fine hair, but if you have thick hair, this is totally fine to get close to your scalp. But this is heat protection. So, and then I let it air dry. I didn't blow dry it or anything. But because I put that in yesterday, I don't have to go back now and put a heat protectant in my hair because I already did it. So I'm gonna hold that for like 5 seconds, and I'm gonna go down and hold this for like 5 seconds. And see, I was just gonna give me that bend. Okay, cool. Next section, I'm doing this without a mirror. I don't know why I didn't set myself up a mirror over here. I might have to move to get closer to the mirror, but we'll see. Put that out of the way. Now, the reason that I like this one, okay, I'm gonna go back in at the end in detail with the curling iron, so, but I only have one plug. So the reason that I wanna use this waver is because I can get close to the root, and it will just like pick my hair up. So I'm doing pretty big sections. I'm pulling it straight out from my head, and I'm just gonna clamp for like 4 or 5 seconds. Now this area is more fragile, so less time is fine, but see how you get that bend right at your scalp? Okay, do I wanna leave this end straight? I'm just gonna hit it real quick. Okay. The bigger that your section is, just kind of the looser this will be, and the less time you hold it, obviously, the looser it will be. So if you go through and you do tiny sections and you hold them all for like 10-15 seconds, it's gonna be a lot kinkier. Okay. But this should last a couple of days. This is not something that you have to redo every day. No way. Once you do it, just kind of let it hang out, do its thing, let it drop for a couple of days, and it will still look good. You want to have like bedhead that looks purposeful, not like how I started this video, which is like real bedhead. Like craziness, fuzzy, you know, especially in the front. And then if you go around with this weaver and you get all of your hair, because you're doing it in like big sections like this and kind of like, you know, laid back, just messy-ish, the curling iron will be good if there are pieces around the front that maybe are, you know, too crimpy or something, or you just want to, you're used to more of like a wave around your face. If you heat your curling iron up and do the detail work with that, you might be a little more comfortable. I also did my makeup today, and I've been trying to get a little bit more in the habit of putting on a little makeup. My son is a little more independent, and I can kind of like get him set up with a bottle, which he can hold himself. And I can wash my face and put some makeup on for, you know, 5 or 6 minutes. Unless he's really looking for me, but sometimes he's really content, so. So, the makeup that I did today, I actually did like a little bit of pink on my eyes. It's a blush cream. But I think the pinks are kind of in style, so. Because I don't really own a pink eyeshadow, using a cream blush is a great eyeshadow. And I see all these people using their products for like multi-purpose. So why not? Okay. Alright, so I'm basically just kind of like working my way around the top. And I'm holding it a little bit longer at the root just because it will give me just a little bit more volume and lift. There's this thing called the volume, and I'm considering it. And basically what it does is, it's a small, it's kind of like this, but it's smaller. And it has almost like a waffle pattern to it. And the way it works is you use it at your root, so you would like kind of take a layer of your hair out of the way like this, and then underneath you clamp right at the root right here, and it does like a waffle pattern, but then you put your smooth hair back over the top of it, and so it lifts it up. Okay, I think that I need to, well, I really need to look in here, so that would really help. I think this looks pretty natural. Kind of like braided my hair yesterday. And I think I'm okay with the volume. I know some people, this may be a little bit too much volume, but I think I'm okay with it. I'm going to show you how to use the quick tease, and then I'm going to decide what to do with my bangs. But I don't think I really need to go around my face with the curling iron. I'm just checking to see if I really want to like flip my bangs. Sometimes what I do when they get a little longer especially on day 2. It's a little hard to do on day 1. But you can kind of manipulate them like this, and then use a hairspray. See, they're just a little short, but with hairspray it will help. And you just kind of like spray them so that they stay like that, and then you can have kind of like that flip thing. But I have no hairspray in right now, so that's why they keep fluffing. Alright, let me show you how to use the quick tease. But I'm just going to let my bangs do that today because I like them to be like feathered. Okay. Let me show you the quick tease. The quick tease works like you teased your hair, but it's a product. So the nozzle is flat, and it doesn't come out like an aerosol, like a circle aerosol, like a hairspray that would just come out like a circle, like that, okay? This little tiny hole is flat, and when you spray it, it comes out straight like this, almost like Spider-Man's web. And what you want to do is lift up your hair and spray the inside to create a web on the inside of your hair. Then let it dry for a second, and that web is going to hold the hair up. So it's going to be as if you teased it. Alright, so let me show this in action. So you're going to take your hair like this and part it wherever you were going to do a tease. So see how I like opened it up like that? If I were teasing, I would take a section like this, I would lift it straight up and I would back comb, right? And then for some security, you would maybe spray right there. But with the quick tease, you're gonna do that, okay? So this is gonna act like that pillow that you're back combing without the damage. So you're gonna hold it straight up. Oh my God, and it smells so good too. I always forget, I love it. You're gonna hold it straight up and spray the root and let it dry. And this is creating like that pillow effect on the inside of your hair. I'm gonna do the other side. I love a back combing. I'm not against it. There's a way to do it that's not like ratting your hair, you know? That's not the way to do it. But not everybody's comfortable with it, so this product is great for those people. Okay, so I'm gonna let it dry for a second. I can feel that, because I just use kind of a lot. I can feel that it's still a little tacky. Yep. In the meantime, while that's drying, I am going to plug in my curling iron. Even though I don't necessarily need to, I'm going to show you how to touch up with a curling iron if you're more comfortable with it. So the thing you want to remember is when you're using a deep waver like this, your waves are pretty small, okay? So if you were to go in with a large curling iron, like something like 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, or something even bigger, it's not going to match the wave size that you have going on from the deep waver. It's going to look straighter. So if you, like, let's say you weren't comfortable with all this wave around your face and you wanted to like smooth this out. So you would take this section and run it with the curling iron. If you used 1.25 inches or 1.5 inches curling iron, that's all gonna like straighten out because that wave pattern of 1.25 inches is really big. So if you wanna mimic this small wave pattern, you have to go with a smaller curling iron. So this is 1 inch, but you could also use 3/4 inch. All right, so I'll do this piece to show you an example. if you wanted to smooth out around your face a little bit, you would just take the section that you want and you would take your curling iron, and maybe you're just more comfortable with like this kind of, see what I mean? You're more comfortable with this kind of pattern. Up towards the scalp is going to give you more volume. And in the middle is just going to give you more of a bend. So I'm grabbing the curling iron at the top and just spinning it through like this and kind of feeding it through. And you hold it till it's hot and then you let it go. So do you see how this curl size kind of mimics the size of the deep waver? And sorry. And if hey, come here. If you used a bigger one, it would straighten it out. All right, so the quick tease is dry. So I'm gonna flip my head over, and I'm just gonna kind of like shake it up a little bit so it's not stiff, because like I said, it gives you that real web feel. But now inside of my hair, see how it has that like fold? If I pull it up, it like basically stays. So that's it. So you're getting that like the feel of a tease, but you're not really teasing your hair. It's a little healthier. Okay, so that's it. If I wasn't talking and I wasn't futzing with it, that would have been probably like 6 or 7 minutes of just boom, 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 put the quick tease in, fix, a couple pieces with the curling iron, and that's it. So give it a try. All right, see you in my next video.